Source Force Podcast. The Source Force Podcast. The Source Force Podcast. The Source Force Podcast.
The Source Force.
Welcome to the Source Force podcast.
Yeah,
Today
exciting.
we've got Jimmy Lee, currently the Sales and Marketing Director at JMac.
That's right.
Has previously been a guest lecturer at Teesside University.
I have,
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So, can you tell us a little bit about your story? What was your first job? And
Oh, wow.
Now you...
Paperboy.
Oh,
The
yes.
Betty and Eddie's General Store in Lazenby. My first one, yeah. Probably the richest I've ever been, that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Like, I
But
was
then
getting
you
me
go and
pocket
spend
money.
it on...
CDs.
Yeah. Oh,
and
so you did that. Wow,
CDs and
such a-
cans, yeah. Yeah, cans to go to the beach park in Redcar. But yeah, that's another story. When I left school, I went to TTE.
Yes.
And I think we were the first year of people going to TE where you didn't get paid, like your standard 40 quid a week. You were an apprentice back in 2001.
Yeah.
So you're showing me age now. So I went and worked at Mackie D's. So I was, do you know where the cinema is in Middlesbrough?
Yes.
I was the first shift of people
Oh,
in that
really?
cinema when it opened,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Again, showing me age. Yeah. So that was, 19 years ago?
Yeah.
Is it 19 years ago? No, it's way more than that. Was it 24 years ago?
24?
24 years ago, yeah. Yeah, 2001. Long time
that
ago.
was it.
Yeah, I know. Probably something that's been a bit consistent in my life is trying to find a home. So I've done TTE.
Yeah.
I realised so I was training to be a mechanical fitter.
Right, okay.
I wanted to be an electrician at one point. It didn't really work out, and I don't think I enjoyed it. So a bit of soul search. Went to college for a year. And then I'd done a few jobs after college. Again, I didn't want to go to full-time education. After that, all my mates were doing well, had decent apprenticeships and stuff like that, earning money, and I wasn't. So, going out on a weekend was a bit harder. And that age, you want to enjoy yourself, and I just couldn't afford to. So I went a couple of full-time jobs on Officers Club for a bit. Do everyone remembers the Officers Club clothing store in Middlesbrough? Always had 75% off.
Oh.
Know what I mean? Bargain, but it was their own branded stuff. It was garbage gear, to be fair. But people still fell for the marketing. Probably where I fell in love with marketing.
Yes.
And then I went to Garland's again. Many people my age had done a stint at Garland's call centre. So I was on the free serve contract, which was an internet service provider at the time. I was in tech support. It was mint because I was like, I'm not getting all the hours I want at Officers Club. I saw the advert in the Gazette, and jobs going for a contact centre. I'll go give that a whirl. Yeah. Walked in. I am come for advertise and apply for a job. Went upstairs 15 minutes. Right, can you start on Monday?
Oh, no way.
Started on Monday. Yeah, did 2 weeks training there. And then went on the phones doing tech support for customers. I was there for 4 months, and I was classed an experienced member of staff.
Wow.
So it was high turnover of people there.
Yeah.
There was some cool people there, but also there was some not so cool people. Yes. But I knew it wasn't for me. And I started applying for apprenticeships. I applied for an apprenticeship. Was through iTech with the apprenticeship provider, and there was a company called EMS.com Limited, I think they were called, the official company name. It was basically a web design agency started up through an accountancy practice. And so I applied for that. I got the job. So it was like apprenticeship, but on full-time, proper wage, which was pretty cool. 19-year-old, which I was quite happy about. I was doing bits of marketing, bits of support, and also bits of website design. So I was kind of trying a few bits and bats. I'll be honest, the job wasn't great. I don't know why or what the whole company was set up for. We had no supervision, to be brutally honest. I was the oldest member of staff at 19. So that ended up shutting the Middlesbrough operation. And this is where you can get frustrated with young people now, because I used to have to go to Wetherby for work every day. Wow. I didn't drive, so I used to get a bus from Lazenby, as I lived at the time, to Middlesbrough, and then Middlesbrough get the National Express from Middlesbrough to Wetherby.
And now people just want to work from home constantly.
Yeah. The thought of getting a bus to Middlesbrough for work. I remember going to my niece when she was leaving school, so I'll go get a job at McDonald's or something like that. I'm not going all the way to Middlesbrough from Eaglescliff. That 15-minute train journey. I was like, oh, you don't know you're born, you child. Yes, done that, and then that company ended up shutting. I was 21 at the time. I got a job at Scoot, as it was then, which was again an outbound sales contact centre, selling business directory listings, and the lady who was like the kind of big manager at the time, there was a girl called Helen. She's a now sales director in local range called Outrank. And I met Helen a few months back. I was like, how on earth did you keep me in that job for 12 months? Because I was garbage. I always used to sell, but I was flirted with Target from time to time, but it was one of those, I didn't believe in the product, so it was difficult for me to sell, if I'm being brutally honest. I did a year there, then I saw an advert in the Gazette again, I don't know why the Gazette doesn't do much of the job stuff anymore. It was important. So there's 2 jobs I got through the Gazette, actually 3, because my Mackey's one came from that as well. So for a company called Say You, and this was my sliding doors moment job. Like this was when James Lee's Jimmy Lee's arrived, and was like, oh, this was mint. So it was a job for it was a Google AdWords, as it was called then, PPC account manager role there. It's advertised at about 13-14 grand, something like that, and thought, oh, I could do that, that'd be fun. So I applied for the job, and I got invited to an interview by the MD, Simon Pitts, great guy. Got this interview, said, I think you'd be better off for sales. I said, well, I'm doing sales at the moment, but I'm not doing overly well. I said, give it a go here. So got for the job, that interview, went back to school, put my notice in. I started to say, that was a Wednesday, I started to say you on the Monday at Stokesley, and I did really well. So that was a company on the rise, doing PPC account management. So our job was to contact existing Google Ads advertisers, offer them a free health check of their account. If the health check brought us something we feel we can improve upon, we used to offer them a free trial of our management service for 30 days. Yeah. And then if we did some improvement during that period, we would then onboard them as a client on a 30-day rolling contract. Very, very low risk, but it was really good. Yeah. And it got me really into the proper crux of digital marketing. From that point, we then launched an SEO service. So another guy actually followed and came from Scoot, worked alongside another girl called Tracy, who was fantastic there. And then I was the first kind of account manager for the SEO service there, because I didn't want to sell much anymore. I was I can't see myself going to my 30s and 40s pitching. He sits here as a 40-year-old man who still pitches for a living. And that service grew rapidly, and we were doing so well. We had some big national names on, like Superdry or Customs and stuff like that, all operating from our office in Thornaby. We were flying, absolutely flying. Great job, great place, great people. But I had one client, which is a national office furniture chain. Called Quality Office Supplies, and this is one of the questions you asked me about before was about mentors and stuff like that. This is my first proper mentor, a guy called Ed Barnshaw. He loved me from day one, and he offered me a job to work for him. And this is when working from home wasn't cool, but these were based in Wolverhampton. I was like, well, I ain't coming to Wolverhampton, mate. I ain't moving. I just bought a house in Redcar, so I ain't moving, Ed. No, you can work from home. I thought, work at home? Who works at home, mate? Who does that? Anyway, gave that a go. So I started there beginning of 2011 it was. So we ended up opening a branch in Teesside and stuff like that. That was really good. Ed Barnshaw, unfortunately, we lost Ed in 2020. But he was always a confidant, a good mentor. Yes. I left the business in 2015 it was. Actually, it was 2014 because I took over the branch for a bit of my own business, but that didn't work out. Left the business in 2014. Because Ed wasn't looking at trying to sell the business and stuff like that, which he eventually did. I then opened the branch, and still kept friends with Ed all until he sadly passed. And then I opened up a branch under a different brand called JG Office Supplies. I quickly found out that was a bad decision. There was some great companies locally who had great buying power, and as a startup, I didn't have the credit limits to be able to do it. Things like that, it just didn't work. So I was like, after a year, let's cut my losses. Lost a lot of money. But on a personal note, but it's let's just shut it off now before I get too far. Might lose my house, might do this. Let's move out the way. I got back in the agency game, went to VisualSoft. Joined VisualSoft when they were on a big onward trajectory. So I got back in the agency game, did really well. So I was they had a really strong business development presence for the website side of stuff, the e-commerce stuff. I was there selling the digital marketing services, predominantly paid ads, to be honest. It was always my forte, to be fair. Wasn't always, but that was my easiest sell at visual software. I could have an impact, if I'm being brutally honest. Thought we'll go for the low hanging fruit, sell loads of paid, then top up some other stuff. Again, worked with some good brands, did really well. But there was a guy who I worked with at CU as one of the sales guys who had started up another digital agency called Mabo, who are quite synonymous in the Teesside area now. I heard Lee was after someone, and I thought, you know what, I fancy, like, I was a salesperson, I was a good one, I fancy getting hold of a project, do you know what I mean? Thought I could lead someone, I could lead something. So I went to Mabo, helped start there in, that would be July 2016. We were a team of, I was number 8 through the door, working in like what was a converted garage in Gisborough, on a high street in Gisborough, in Westgate. And yeah, we absolutely flew. We did some amazing stuff. So I started the sales team, and then a guy who joined the sales team came in, showed a lot of promise. So I moved sideways into a marketing role. Then Craig took over the sales charge. Between us, we absolutely flew. So from when I left the business at late 2020, we were a team around about 60 people. I'd won multiple awards. So we won PPC Agency of the Year, European Search Awards. The last year we won about 10 awards, loads of like campaign related ones, stuff like that. Some of the talent that's come through that place over the years is unbelievable. Some people who are in some high roles now, or even have their own business, doing some amazing stuff. And Mabel was just like a kind of like just a beautiful place to be at the right time. Like I always think I probably shouldn't have left at the time, if I'm being brutally honest, just in regards to how happy I was there and the stuff we're doing. But Mabel's still doing amazing things, still speak to Lee, great human. But yeah, that 4.5 years was unbelievable. So good. Like you say, some beautiful people come through that door. And there was a period there where the way Rob Jackson used to run the kind of like services rendered team in particular, we didn't lose talent. And we used to nurture a lot of talent. Like Rob was unbelievable what he did. What Rob was really good at is like they didn't try and get experienced staff to do the do from other agencies. Rob used to kind of, okay, we've got a good crux of people who do our way of doing it.
Yes.
Let's bring our own talent. Yeah. So a lad who's like head of PPC there now, Stephen, he came from Asda. Like, he was just frustrated. Like, well, yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, so like he went to uni, his part-time job, I'll get some full-time hours after I finish uni. 5 years later, he's still stacking fruit, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's probably downgrading what he was doing, but like, just to kind of like, as an analogy.
Yeah, totally.
And then he came to Mabo, he joined not long after me, and yeah, 3 years later, he was running the core service.
That is brilliant.
Kind of like nurtured in Rob's way of doing things, and it was brilliant because it was very low risk. In regards to, obviously, these people looking for a start in life, so like, no, the salary I had to pay wasn't huge, but in the same breath, these people like were ready for a fresh start. They weren't coming straight from university; they were coming like, no, I'm war on opportunity in life, and yeah, that time at Mabo was superb, really good.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, I went from there to Salesfire. I'd done 18 months at Salesfire working for my friend Rich. And that's a pretty common thing you see a lot of people I've worked for, I'm still friends with. Like, still speak to Rich on a regular basis. I can't really tell the story how I came to work at Salesfire because I wasn't due to be going there. And also how it came about was just random as hell, but it happened and it was good. We did some wonderful stuff. I was speaking to who's now Chief Operating Officer there, Josh, the other day. He's just been promoted there. Like, it's still got some good friends within that business. And what Rich is doing there at Salesfire is unbelievable. Great tech company in Teesside. Enjoyed that. But I had like a kind of like I remember the term. Is the term itchy feet? Am I saying that right?
Yeah,
is that a thing? I itchy feet. Want to do something on my own.
Yeah.
So what I found I was really good at was jumping into places. Through my lived experience, I could make things better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to open like a digital consultancy, and that was Blend Digital. And that was there to help digital companies be better.
Oh, wow.
All right. And had a few decent local clients to begin with, doing some good stuff for them again. And yeah, enjoyed doing that. And that then flipped into a marketing director service. That again became an award-winning agency as well. Won Best New Entrepreneur at the New Business Awards, which was nice. Again, I'd celebrate that with my team at the time. And yeah, so we ran that for about 2 years, I think it was. But I had this thing where it's like the way the business moved in a pivot wasn't planning to do so it became like a marketing agency. So it's like outsourced marketing management stroke director. It wasn't like a digital agency where we did SEO, we did PPC, we did social. Yeah. It's kind of like, we're your marketing managers. And
You don't have to worry about anything. It's just kind of pass it over. Yeah.
But then it ended up like we're doing more of the with like the physical stuff. Ended up being like do more social, do more email, things like that. And so we merged my business with another business called Yellow Box. So me and Brad had a conversation about that. We did it. Brought my team into the Yellow Box team. And yeah, that went relatively well. But me and Brad decided to part earlier in the year. Gave it a go for a year. We want to go different directions. So then I was kind of at a loose end in regards to what I was going to do. And now I'm at JMac. So it's kind of like I left Yellow Box. Again, them guys are still doing really well. One of the team members who I brought from then still there, Millie, doing email there. Great business, do some good stuff. And yeah, I fancied the change, so I went to JMac.
Yeah, and it's completely different, isn't it?
Completely different, yeah. It's nothing like I've done before, really.
Yeah. And did they have a large social media and sort of marketing presence before you started there?
JMac did, yes. So JMac have, so one of their former market managers, a girl called Sophia, who has a petite agency. She's been working with JMac for a while. So I knew JMac because they were a client of Blend as well.
Oh, okay.
So knew of Lewis, knew Lewis. He knew what I was about, I knew what he was about. So there was no kind of like hidden secrets out like that. We knew what to expect of each other. So the social media presence is really good, but it's like in regards to the sales and marketing strategy, really hasn't had a solid one for the hiring sales business I'm part of for a while. But I'm not saying it's perfect by any stretch of imagination now. Of course it's not. I don't think it ever will be, but it's a work in progress. But yeah, that's going well now. We've got a bit of consistency. There's a lot to do. There's a hell of a lot to do. We've got lots of plans for the business, and I mean, I don't know if you've met Lewis before, but he don't stop. Yeah. He does not stop. He's 100 mile per hour, 24 hour days. That guy. He's a very, very inspirational person. Yeah. Very clever, like insanely clever. Probably the cleverest person I've worked for in regards to his problem solving ability of like hyper focused, hyper focused in regards to it. Like it's just we had 5 minutes today of a conversation. We were talking over email all day. We had 5 minutes a day solution like that. Like
really?
Just he's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Yeah,
just like fresh eyes, just
100%. Yeah. Like, and he's got a £20 million empire. He's in charge of 6 businesses within that. But you pick up the phone, he answers it. You know what I mean? Like, and he's got his time for you. Yeah. Just enough time. He doesn't bombard you. Yeah. He doesn't overawe you, but like he's there when you need him. Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah. That is brilliant. So if we go right back to when you were in school, I know that you went to TT and it was mechanical fitting that you were doing. But what was your dream job?
Footballer. What a god,
do you know what? Everyone.
Footballer or wrestler.
Yeah. Rumble. Straight in there.
Yeah, my little lad's into wrestling now. Love it. Yeah. Watching wrestling yesterday.
Good. You can go to all the events now as well.
Yeah. We went to. It was in Newcastle in August. We went to it there. Yeah.
So good. So good.
Yeah, it's class. Yeah. Love it. Yeah.
I know. I normally get footballer, astronaut.
No, I don't like flying, so astronaut was never on the cards, really.
It's a few days in the sky.
Yeah, it's not for me, that one, But yeah, when I left school, my head was in, I'm going to be an electrician. Again, in my day, it was like, are you acting out your clever lees? No, I'm not, sir. Right. Well, you're not going to be a sportsman, are you? No, I'm not, am I? Right, get a trade.
Yeah.
Or go in the forces. Well, I ain't going the forces, so the advice was go get a trade, and pretty much your options was TE or TTE.
Yeah, but it's great seeing, because people think you go to college and you're stuck in that path for the rest of your life, but that you've totally changed that.
No, far from it. And I think there's a lot of, like, even with my nieces and like godchildren and stuff who are growing up now, are like around that age, and a lot of pressure's being put on them, not from parents, but like schools, and you pick what you're going to do. It's like, don't put too much pressure on yourself, man. Like, it's like, totally. You got to find something that puts a smile on your face, because you can go chasing a pound. I've chased a pound it generally hasn't worked out, but if you chase a smile, you spend a lot of time working. I've still got good 25 years left at work. I've got to be doing it with a smile on my face.
Yes, totally.
Don't put too much pressure on you. Right, once you're chosen at 16, that's you for life.
No, I love that.
Did you think when you were 16 you're going to be talking to me tonight?
Absolutely not.
Look at you.
I thought I was going to be a singer.
I'm
glad it didn't go that way.
Yeah. What kind of songs we talking about? Could you sing us a song now?
Definitely not opera.
No.
Maybe a bit of Twinkle Twinkle.
Oh, a bit nursery one. Fair dues, right? Fair enough.
So we talked earlier about Ed, and is there any more like mentors that you've had that have influenced your style and how you lead people?
I think I've probably taken a few off other people, and but I'll be honest, I've learnt more from mistakes, of which there have been plenty. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's I'm still making mistakes now when it comes to leadership, but it's like what I'm getting better at is noticing them sooner. I think the main thing is like it's like being able to adapt to the different people. So I've been like managing teams pretty much since say 2008-9. And generations of people have changed a lot in that time. I've got older, and the people below me are then getting younger and younger, and I'll see a generation change from someone who's 25 now is completely different to when I was 25, 15 years ago. Expectations in life, what's the word I'm looking for? It's just different people. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, completely different people.
Totally agree with that.
There's an element, a little bit more of entitlement now. I'm not saying it's a bad thing or anyone's fault. It's just the nature of the beast. It's like, definitely. And I found myself like it was a big pivot in regards to interviewing people for jobs. Like say 4 or 5 years ago, instead of me interviewing the person who's come for the job, you end up there. What are you going to do for me, Mr. Lees? Like, no, what? Tell me about your culture. And so we're hard working with this. No. Do you have beers on a Friday? You're going to take me out for me tea. You're going to do this. You're going to feed me goldfish. Like, all these things change. Like, so like it's the world of like interviewing people just completely changed.
And I think social media's got a massive thing. I see these people in like Korea and they're having 3-course meals on their lunch, and I'm like, I want that. But
nice,
no, definitely. Yeah.
I had a cold lasagna today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I couldn't be asked what to make for a warm up. Cup of soup. Cup of soup.
Oh, even worse. Yeah. That is nearly pay time.
Do you know what? That's proper. Like, you couldn't ask for a more like it's a wintry November Monday. The most Monday dinner you've got there, isn't it?
We were on about this today. Monday dinners.
Yeah.
Not good.
Nah.
You either need something stodgy, or start your week off on a diet. But
yeah.
I know.
Cup of soup doesn't tick any of them boxes, does it?
No, definitely
it
not.
Doesn't.
So my next question for you is, can you share a time when you've had to make a tough business decision that shaped the direction of the company?
It's been multiple. It's hard to say one, to be honest. Like, there's been times I've had to let people go. There's times when I've had to go, and I thought, you know what, I can't do this, so I'm not enjoying that.
Yeah.
Like, for example, when I closed the office supplies business, I was like, I just can't do anything with this. This just isn't right. So there's been that. Myself and the business partner at the time, we had, like, when we first started, it was like, no, this isn't working out together. So we had that conversation of like, well, let's part. But then I gave it a go solo. Okay, it didn't work out how I originally planned, but it happened. Multiple times, like you say, you've got to let people go. But I think if you're going to pinpoint one single decision, I don't think you can.
No,
I've been on this planet a lot, like 40 years now, and you do so many different things, and you've made so many mistakes and done so many good decisions. It's hard to pinpoint one. It really is. I know that's very much on the fence, but I can't just say, that one decision. I will say there's been 2 career moves I've made in my life, whereas moving to CU and moving to Mabo have been the 2 biggest moves in my career that have defined who I am today. And I'd say the 2 best places I've moved have like shaped my career. But I wouldn't. They definitely weren't leadership decisions. They were definitely selfish decisions in regard to me moving for me. But there's been lots. There's been times when I've had great members of staff and I've tried to protect them, but that's been to the detriment of them. Then I've given them opportunities then to fail, and they've either sank or swim, but they've had the level of support that they needed to kind of make that work. And there's some great people who are now again doing great things in their careers that may well have helped shape them. And I look back and I think, if I've had 1% positive impact on your life where you are today, and I'm proud of who you are, I can go to bed at night thinking I've done a good thing for you. So there's multiple things, I often have been too protective of my team. Quite often I've been trying too hard to be people's friends. And again, that's been the detriment of me maybe at times, or even them. Sometimes as a leader, there's a line to be drawn. And sometimes I might have crossed that, trying to be too pally with people. When it comes, you have to have that conversation. It's like, how can you have a conversation with me? We're having a pint last week. Do you know what I mean? Like, there is a line, and I'm still learning that, to be honest, even at 40-year-old. Do you know what I mean? Like,
difficult.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. It really is. I'm trying to keep my relationships with. I don't have much of a team at JMAC compared to how I previously. Just to like, it's complete. Like, no, we'll have a pint for a work event, but we ain't going for a beer on a Friday together.
Totally.
I'm not going to text you, see how the family's on the weekend. We'll have a conversation in and around work. And it's like, there's a complete split on that one. I'm trying to do that as much as I can do, which I think's fair.
No, definitely, 100%. So going back to sort of that marketing thing, we're in an ever-changing world, aren't we? So how do you balance that creativity and innovation with wanting them data-driven results in your marketing?
Everything's led by the data, to be honest. The idea is only worth it if there's some data behind it, because, again, I've generally worked with SMEs, and every pound of ultimate value, generally, like if you're going to spend that company's pounds, that's coming out their pocket. Do you know what I mean? So if I'm going to say, this might work, give us 10 grand.
Yeah.
Like, Theo up the 30, you all sit in Dragon's Den, so I'm going to give you £10,000 of my child's inheritance. It's kind of like that. That's how serious that is. So for me, it's like, you got to do everything with data. So I've always been a data-driven marketeer when it comes to it. Same with sales. Like, every time you sell something, it's all based on the data rather than the whimsical thought or idea. Yeah. It's always like, well, that's telling me we need to do this. 100%. Let's do that.
Yeah. No, that is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
And we talk a lot about going into schools and not knowing about what skills you need for what careers.
Yeah.
What skills do you think is the best for someone going into sales and marketing?
Well, in sales, I'd say the big one, what's always been good with me is like problem solving and listening. I've always been able to present myself when I know what I'm talking about quite well. Yeah. I
think that's a massive difficulty.
Oh,
in this day and age,
it is. Yeah, you can generally tell, like, by, like, as soon as someone picks up a phone, for example, and answers the phone, what their tone of voice is like, and whether, like, well, do you know, do they sound like, do I have confidence in what you're saying to me? Do you instill me with confidence? Yeah. And if you do, fantastic, let's carry this conversation on. If not, like, I've got this one person trying to sell me some data at the moment, and that he was asking me some questions, and I was answering them, but he wasn't listening to a word I was saying. He was just this very, like, London blue sky thinking kind of guy talking absolute nonsense. I got him saved as terrible salesperson in my phone, and he keeps phoning me. It was like, mate, you're bad. Yeah. Your product sounds fantastic, but you're terrible.
Yeah, I think that makes a break. Like, people buy through people, don't they?
100%.
And I think
100%.
when you just start on the phone and someone's trying to sell you something, even though you really want it, you just come on.
Just listen. Like, it's someone said to me, you got two ears in one mouth. Like, it's the listening more important than the talking. Yeah. If you don't listen to what they're telling you, how can you give them, like, generally, if you're going to sell something, there's got to be some kind of problem. Yeah. So, for example, the JMAT, the problem is people need a reliable safety decking solution that can go up quickly, get taken down quickly, and won't get damaged. Okay, well, I've got the solution for you, and here's how it works. Yes. That's easy in that instance. Digital marketing, well, I'm not getting a great return on my Google Ads. Let's have a look at your Google Ads account. Well, here's your problems here. Yeah. What my solution is, if we do this, we do that. The data's telling me that will do A, B, C. Yeah. Let's give that a go. Do you know what I mean? It's simple in that instance. It's Tim Johnson, who's CSO sales for you now. He was my boss at VisualSoft. He was like, no, stop talking about the features. Tell me about the benefits. Like, no, you got power steering. Why is power steering important?
Yeah,
well, of course, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and then I read a book called How to Build a Story Brand. It's one of my most noted marketing books I've read. It's got notes all over it. It looks terrible now. By a guy called Donna Miller, and it's unbelievable because you're just like, no, why? If you're a roofer, why do you want to choose that roofer? Well, I can put your roof up, whoop-de-doo. So can I? Why would I choose you? Oh, well, I've been working with this many years, and if I've been working for 40 years, why is 40 years experience more important than I've been working for 10 years? These are jobs I've done before. So, like, no, the case study, like, we did a flip on case studies years ago at Mabo and said, like, oh, here's how fantastic Mabo is. It's not, oh, here's how fantastic this customer is. Look how great, how much money they're making now. Yeah. Thanks to Mabo, but the customer's brilliant now. Look how massive they are. Look all the great stuff they're doing. Yeah. Thanks to Mabo. And we did a flip on that, and it worked quite well.
Totally, because it's like relatable, isn't it? Like, you put yourself in their shoes.
Well, exactly. Yeah. So how can you sell an idea to someone without them being able to, like, feel what that's like in their shoes? Like, no, let's say I'm a retailer who's selling branded water bottles. Yeah. And, like, okay, well, there's a branded water bottle shop, and they've increased their return ad spend by that. And look how much they're doing. I know they are. Right, okay, well, that looks like I need to do. And I was in that situation. I was trying to do A, B, and C. Right, let's speak to them.
Yeah, totally.
And you kind of already sold at that point. Yeah.
No, that is amazing.
It's simple, really, but it's marketing.
It's something you don't think about, though.
Marketing is a simple concept. it's been overcomplicated by a lot of idiots over a long period of time. Same with sales.
Yeah, no, I love that. So you've been in this game a while.
Yeah.
We won't go any guess, But what would you say with these like recent AI developments? How would you say that plays a role in your
massively
sort of day? Is it?
Oh yeah.
Does it make it easier or does it make it more challenging?
Easier. I've got more data at my fingertips now.
Yes.
So where like let's say I'm going through something at the moment, I've got so many different levels of data I need to analyse. I'd have to get my calculator out and do da 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 da. Right, okay, let's put that all into ChatGPT, for example. I need to know analysis on these levels here. These are the outcomes I'm looking for. What does it tell me? And it'll do it like that.
Oh, that is amazing.
Do you know what I mean? So I don't use it for creatives.
Yeah.
Because there's talented creators out there who can do a fantastic job. I'll use it for inspiration for copy at stuff for times.
Yeah.
But then always rewrite it. But it kind of like it gets if you give it a good kind of synopsis, it'll make something for you in that instance. But I use it mainly for analysis tool.
Yeah, like that productivity, efficiency.
Yeah.
I know when I read posts on LinkedIn from people that I know and I talk to, I read it and I'm like, that's just not you.
Yeah, that's not you, mate.
That's the big catch with it, isn't it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think that's a problem some people have is when like you know who they are. It's like just like a basic copy and paste job.
Yeah, totally.
I think you can always tell them now. But yeah, it is a data analysis tool and stuff like that. It's powerful. Again, because for me, marketing is a very data-driven thing. And like we were using like through Google Ads like machine learning for years, and there's all things like that can get access to over 2 million signals in a two second period with no emotional thinking whatsoever. If you take emotional thinking out with data driven marketing, you're going to get better results because it's just the numbers are driving everything. Yeah. Whereas again, you go, well, it's telling me that, but I think this might work because I just feel like that today. Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
And then like it's like, no, this is purely a data-driven decision, and I love to go like that because I'm an emotional wreck. I'm a very up and down person. So if I'm going to do everything based on how I'm feeling that day, it could be a fantastic decision. It could be a dreadful one.
Yeah.
Who knows with me?
You come back
the
next day and you're like, why did I do that?
Yeah, why did I do that? Whereas like I can go, okay, well here's my numbers and that's going to drive everything. And ChatGPT in particular, what I use like is fantastic at analysing that for me.
No, that is brilliant. So, and it's developing every day. Mm-hmm. But how are you developing?
How am I developing?
Yeah, how do you continue to develop, even though you're at like director level?
Yeah.
How do you continue to develop?
Well, I don't think you can settle, which I think my career path will tell you I don't settle. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I want to learn.
Yeah.
I like to learn new things. It's like, I'm only 40. I know some people look 40 as an old man, but I'm still
spring chicken.
I'd like to think so. Yeah. But yeah, it's just, you want to keep learning all the time. Like, I want to meet new people all the time. Like, I want to, like, no, you're listening to a story here. Okay, a bite, not a great one, but listen to people's stories, their lived experiences and stuff like that. And if you don't listen, if you think you know everything, you're screwed, man. You're absolutely screwed. I know a lot, but there's also a lot I don't know.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? If you went and told me something today, it's like, why wouldn't I listen to what you've got to tell me about that? Like Lewis McCarthy, like our CEO, why wouldn't I listen to Lewis McCarthy, what he's done? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Well, I'd be an idiot not to listen to his feedback. Totally. And I might not agree with something, but at least there'd be a reason to do so. Do you know what I mean? But like, if you didn't listen to it, what an idiot you are. Yeah. If you think you have made it at 40, you're wrong.
No, that is brilliant. That is brilliant. So, over your time in sales and marketing, have you encountered any setbacks? And what keeps you like motivated? And how do you overcome them? I think it's a massive thing now.
Bucket loads, yeah, absolutely bucket loads. And I mean, I'll get setbacks every day. Like, sometimes we won't close a deal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's a setback. Of course it is, because we'd use marketing to generate the inquiry, and then we've went to see the customer, we've done this, do that, and for whatever reason, it don't go ahead. Yeah. That's a setback. How do you learn from it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because what was it? The sign of insanity, keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, well, we did that. Why didn't that work? Analyse it. Do you know what I mean? Like, what could we have done differently to make that better? And I've done that throughout my life. It's like, I've done that pivot and that wasn't the right thing to do, or I've took that job, I've done down that path. Like, I've dealt with a situation that way and that shouldn't have been done that way. And yeah, you learn from every single one. No, I've made some big mistakes, of course I have, but you got to learn from it, make sure you don't do it again.
That's it. That is the only way that you learn is by making the mistakes.
And that's it. Like, I've had no formal training in my life. everything I've done, I've learned has been from lived-in experience. And again, like, lived-in experience, that generally mistakes.
Yeah, no, that makes the difference. That totally makes a difference. I think when people go to uni and they've got all these great ideas, but then when you're coming out and it's like putting it into practice, quite difficult.
Yeah,
isn't it?
big time. Yeah, I found that a lot with like taking on graduates and stuff at times. Like, and there was a girl who worked with us years ago, a girl called Scarlett. I remember her CV landed on my desk before, and I was like, so this is a girl who isn't just about to leave university, but she's got like some kind of side projects and stuff she's doing. And I was like, oh, wow, this girl's impressive. Yeah. And we actually took her on. She'd done amazing. She's done fantastic, great human. But I remember she also went and done like a career talk with the students. And afterwards, I went with her. And she was like, what she said, like, that resonated. That's why you got in touch with us, and that's why your CV was interesting, because she went, you got to think everyone here in this room with you now is your competition for a job. Yeah. And every person here probably going to come out with a degree. What you're going to do different with everyone else? It's like, that's absolutely bang on.
That is so good.
And I guess as a student, because I've worked I was a guest lecturer. I was also I was a part-time lecturer for a bit at university. I've seen how the university thing gets sold, and as much as I don't agree with it, it's like, oh, well, you come to university, you get a marketing degree, you're walking into a 40 grand a year job. No, you won't.
Yeah, totally.
You absolutely won't, no, because you're going to come there with a degree and nothing else. Yeah. How's that going to work for my digital marketing agency? It probably isn't. Definitely. So it's but Scarlett's way of describing that I thought was fantastic. No. It's like you might be your friends, you're going to go out with them, go to Southfield tonight for a few beers, but in a couple of years' time, they're your competition for a job. What you're going to do that's better than them.
I've never heard of that one before. That is so good.
It could be Scarlett's own idea. She should pen it really. And
I know. Get that.
She'd go touring that around universities in the country. Yeah.
So we move on to our final question of the podcast, and it's, if you could go back to your younger self and give yourself one piece of advice, what would it be?
Oh wow!
I know it is a big question to end on.
It's a funny one, because I was talking about this yesterday, because even though I'm never happy, but no, it's from where I've come from. So I grew up in Grangetown, Laresby. We now have our nice house in Eaglescliff, our happy, healthy son. Me and my wife have been together since 2002. We're relatively happy. She might disagree, but I feel we are. I'm happy with my lot in life, and I don't think I'd have got there. I'd probably say is like, what I said earlier is like, don't chase the money too much, chase the smile. Yeah. Because every time I've chased the money, it's never made me happy. Do you know what I mean? Like, money pays the bills and gives you a nice life, of course it does, but I mean, there's times I've been earning stupid money and I've got absolutely nothing to show for it now because I've spent it on garbage. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's So yeah, I'd say, like, chase your smile and do what makes you happy. And I've been lucky in the fact where I love doing what I'm doing. Like, I love problem solving. I love speaking with people. I love the chase of the deal. I love the manipulation of marketing. But yeah, I'd say, just if I said to myself, just follow your smile, not the money.
No, that is amazing. It's a good piece of advice for anyone. It's just so good.
Yeah, it's easy said than done, isn't it? Because I guess careers are sold on revenue. You know what I mean? If you're at school now, I remember we were at school, it was like, oh, go be a plumber. Plumbers are getting so-and-so a day now. And that was like what everyone was going to do. It was like, I know, but in your 40s, you'll be bent over under a sink all day with bad back. Do you know what I mean? Totally. Like, so I work a lot of scaffolders now, and like scaffolders, like what the stuff they're carrying around all day, every day, get their 40s and 50s, their backs are in bits. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, definitely.
You might earn a lot of money, and don't scaffs do well, like, but what's that money going to do for your body when you're in your 50s?
Totally. Oh, I never thought about
that. Do what makes you happy.
Yeah, no, I love it. And thank you so much for your time today. Your story's been great and very inspiring. Thank you. And it's so good to see your journey.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
The Source Force.
Thanks for tuning in to the Source Force podcast. Our mission is all about supporting and uplifting the next generation. That's why we love featuring fresh, up-and-coming artists at the end of each episode, giving them a little extra spotlight and helping their music reach new ears. This week's featured artist is the incredible Kaelo with their track Drift. You can stream Drift now on Spotify, Apple Music and YouTube.